Welcome back! Your girl had a little bit of a mental health day and she's feeling a little better. Yesterday was a very anxious time for me, but we are back and we are going to continue with some Movellas drama. I'm going to call Saf in a little bit, and some of you expressed some concern the last time that I uploaded one of these videos, and the concern was Faye, does this girl really need you to blow up her spot this big? And the answer to that is yes, she does. It's a 7-year-old drama. I'm covering all my tracks. All of the names are changed. There's nothing, you know, that completely ruins her reputation here, besides the fact that she is still on the website and she doesn't deserve to be. Thank you for joining us. If you do enjoy these videos, if you enjoy my content, please do remember to like, share, and subscribe. And, you know, if you want to support me in a more monetary way, all of my shit is in the description below. I am looking forward to continuing these videos, and I will be calling Saf in a little while so she can join me on this journey. We're continuing from the last session, and you don't have any kind of regrets like Simon did after the first episode of the Derek series.
No, because Derek's more like stressful than this is, I feel.
This wasn't like, well, first of all,
like, sometimes it can be a little bit confusing, but it's still like, it's more fun.
First of all, that was like way more dramatic, and it was way more recent, whereas this one is just...
This is just kid drama.
This is just stupid, yeah. And the story so far is that her story or whatever got reported and taken down because she was stealing people's identities. That's the story so far. But yeah, you ready? You got some juice or something?
Yeah, I've got my smoothie. I'm always prepared with something.
Okay, alright, good. Yeah, Saf told me a couple of days ago that anytime I call her, she's always got, like, food.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you're here?
We're now on the 23rd, and this was sent, like, 30 minutes before midnight. Chantel said it was affecting her anxiety, but I overheard her saying she couldn't believe I believed the old anxiety word. My view of the world is how it is because that's what the world is like. In this world, if you screw up, you have to deal with it on your own without troubling anyone else, regardless of how much others care or not. They'd have cared more by not doing anything at all, good intentions or not. I've never infringed on their rights. Since the betrayal, I've been doing some reading up on the law.
Okay.
I have not infringed any one of their rights whatsoever. They may think of her like that, but they've just acted like her by stabbing me in the back. The only reason I haven't got back to shutting myself in my room with the blinds down and a blade by my side.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is this? Is because I know they live miles away. That's how much what they did is affecting me. I know how much trouble she could be in for. I've tried to forgive them. I've tried to forgive them all with my heart, but they basically told me to get over it. And from what ICG and Lauren said, they haven't forgiven me one bit. They're not my friends. I thought they were, but it turns out they weren't. It's not worth the risk. I've already burned because of her, so it's not worth the risk of me going one step further and attempting suicide again. It's not even 14-year-olds. This is like 15, 16-year-olds.
This is like my sister's age.
Yeah, can you imagine your sister doing this? I'm supposed to have grown up by now. I'm supposed to not be writing things that are that childish. I have a huge problem with slander. So for me to write something that is technically slander, well, that makes me a hypocrite. Aren't most books based on real events? I just typed books based on real events into Google Shopping and there were 97,800 results. Plus, even the ones that aren't 100% based in real events have elements that are. I'm not proud of my other pieces one bit. They may seem like one insignificant competition, but it was my chance. Not just my chance of doing well, but my chance of being proud of myself. I don't care about getting anything from it, but the fact I knew I could do well. So after this, I send her an email telling her that she's crazy and that she's, you know, I'm still being diplomatic at this point. I was telling her, like, why not go and watch some Disney movies, like, cheer up, like, it's not that deep. And I'm, like, trying to big her up about her work and all of that. So I told her, because I was two-timing, I was working in two camps. I told Brittany that Sakura admitted that she was only trying to get you to like her entry for another competition. So I'm, like, two-timing at the moment. So at this point, I'm still trying to be diplomatic, but I'm trying to get something out of her at this point. Like, I just want her to trust me.
Like you're like an undercover spy.
I am the undercover spy in this situation. My friends would have cared better if they'd left well alone. The world may change all the time, but it honestly what I'm most scared of, and what makes me the most uncomfortable is this is not an excuse. It's what I generally have trouble with and what I have to tell you for my reasoning to make better sense. After my school found out about the LID incident, her school found out.
Oh, no.
Oh my god. This is a whole lie, by the way. This is a whole lie. This is not the truth. After my school found out about the LID incident, they decided to tell me what they've kept hidden from me since I was 11. They've thought I was autistic.
Oh, God.
That's not, I mean, I work in that department now. That's not how that works. I've had evaluations since the incident for Asperger's syndrome, a common type of autism, and I only got the result this week. It came back positive. This is not an excuse. It's one of the reasons why I see things the way I do, and I can't control it. Just to give you just a brief indication of what autism is, it's not this. First and foremost, people with autism have a very, very hard time lying because they can't read social cues very well. And you kind of need that to be able to lie well. Yeah. So we had a theory that when she brought this up, we had a theory that because her boyfriend at the time, who's a mug,
Yeah.
he has autism. He was autistic. So we all thought that, oh, she's just recently found out that her boyfriend has autism and she's just decided she's going to blame all her problems on that. She goes on and she says, I don't have any Disney movies. I got rid of them all when I was about 11 as I was too old for them. Who's too old for Disney? How dare you? The Movellas staff are so biased against me, as I fooled them after so long with the LID account, that they wouldn't listen to me. There's no point, even though I know I'm not breaking any laws. Who's claiming that you broke a law? I mean, aside from Chantel, who decided to report you to Child Protective Services, for whatever reason, I don't know, I can't speak for her, but I'm so confused. Okay, so moving on, she goes, I really don't trust either of them. Lauren did nothing but mouth off at me, so I don't trust her not to do it again. I only replied when Lauren pushed me to the limit, and when I was done with ICG's guilt tripping in self-righteousness. I'm always a little morbid, but I was especially morbid about letting everyone down. The others loved the other books that I wrote, and I feel bad for letting them all down, for having to take down the last two, and for not finishing the final in the series. I feel so bad for breaking my promise to finish it, and for leaving my readers in suspense. Bitch, nobody cares. No one gives a fuck. You're talking about fanfictions. No.
J.K. Rowling putting out the last Harry Potter.
Oh my god, she's you know what? It's reminding me of like when Stephanie Meyer refused to like write Midnight Sun because the chapters got leaked.
Oh yeah.
That's what this is reminding me of. And you've got nothing on Stephanie Meyer. Like, I don't respect that woman, but you got nothing on Stephanie Meyer. I may not have been proud of them, but my readers did, and I forced myself to keep writing them, and I ended up letting them all down. I forced myself to keep writing them. How do you force yourself to keep writing something?
I was like doing this anyway.
She's acting like this was like her GCSEs or something, where she
has to do it.
She had to do it for like her parents and her teacher, and the world was depending on her. And she continues, she goes, I'm trying to get rid of my childish side. It's not exactly that useful to me. I'm trying to be a mature writer, but it's not working. I've been trying to end my childhood since the age of 9, and I'm still trying, but it's not going. I don't think you know how childhood works. My childish side has to go. Plus, my maturity has to increase severely. If maturity is measured that way, I know it'll be quite low, as I can't understand emotions and how to recognize or react to them. But I can try and be as mature as possible. Do you see how she's like trying to reinforce that whole autism thing? I only took a true story, twisted it, changed the names. I didn't even get to the part where Chantel found out. Okay, so you thought you were gonna win a competition that you didn't even finish? Like, you didn't even finish the story?
Oh my, she didn't even finish it and she's still mad
Yeah,
about
that's what she's just said. She just said that she didn't finish the story and she's mad. Like, she was going off on one about how there was no way she could write another story in a week, and she didn't even finish the first one. So it's after this that everything kind of goes tits up. Myself and Sakura, we were like the grandmas of the group. We were the oldest. We were kind of sitting back and trying to not take sides in this whole argument. But she told me this, and she was like, what if you told her this? Like, what do you think she would do if you told her this? So I went ahead and I told her, and then she started, let me see if I can find this screenshot. Let me see if I can find the receipt. Because at this point, the diplomacy kind of goes out the window. I have so many folders in here. You're gonna have to... I have a folder called Allegations Against Me. Okay, I found the screenshot. This is Brittany, and then it goes into Sakura, and then it's Brittany again. Brittany goes, wow, way to take away another thing I'm proud of. Thanks a lot. And then Sakura goes, no one's taking away anything. Could have fooled me. And I read the whole forum thing you linked. Nowhere did it say anything about anti-fanfics. I don't know what that is. It was about protesting against fanfiction.
No.
That's a sentence. I am losing my mind. Please, I know all the churches are closed, but please, I need an exorcism right now. So she quotes her by saying, I like ironic violent fanfictions that are stark contrasts like this fanfiction, because they're hilarious. Anti-fanfiction as a genre is fanfiction. It's not much anti, except it's excessively violent and ironic.
You know what? Forget it. Go ahead and take it from me. I know you'll keep doing it, and there's nothing I can do to stop you. By the way, I know about how you acted supportive just so I'd vote for your graphic artist entry, but then did a 180-degree turn on me once you'd got what you wanted. Thanks for that. Please leave me alone now.
Oh my god.
For fuck's sake. At this time period, I didn't realise Paper Games was about Chantel, so I went along with it. I honestly thought she was just trying to sabotage you. I put my neck on the line for you, and you backstabbed me and many other users. And still, I gave you my respect because I thought you had learned from your mistakes. I can't make any more excuses for you, but I won't let you manipulate others. They don't deserve to go through what I did for you. You are a Movellas legend. Please start being more honest with others and yourself. Rogue, who's me, that was my username. Rogue told me it all, Sakura. She told me what you did, and that you knew what you did. It actually wasn't about her one bit. I backstabbed you? You're the one who backstabbed me. Some respect, by the way. How the hell am I manipulating others? I'm just telling it as I see it. What you did for me was mostly backstabbing and some ganging up on me, and a lot of trying to take what I feel proud of. Now, can you please leave me? I'm trying to stop myself from self-harming again, and this isn't helping one bit. What? At this point, I have no idea what you're even referring to, but it doesn't matter, I've made my point. At this point, Sakura starts emailing me, and she's like, what the fuck did you do? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I said to her what I thought I needed to say to get her to spill some beans and to feel like she could trust me, because I was still on the fence about it. But after this, and I got sent these screenshots, I kind of lost it, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of done being diplomatic. Before, she mentioned these conversations with someone called Lauren, who was one of the younger members. She must have been like 12 or 14 at this time. If Brittany was 16, she was very, very young, and she had a lot of her own issues. She was autistic, from what I remember, and she had like social anxiety, all of that stuff. And she sent me like all of the screenshots of their conversation that she kept, like Brittany kept saying that, oh, Lauren called me an attention seeker, which I don't blame her for, because she lied about all of it. This was on the 16th of July, so this was well before I got involved, because I got involved in August. So Brittany says, I've attempted a lot, way before my most recent attempt on the night of the LID incident. I've only attempted 5 times, but I'm planning to do it again. I need to get away from this life. Lauren goes, no, you aren't going to, alright? Yes, I am. I need to do it again. I need to do it soon. If I don't, I have a really bad feeling someone's going to get hurt. No, you won't, okay? I told you, you're not going to. I have to. I even know how I'm going to do it.
Wait, so I don't understand. If she doesn't kill herself, what's gonna happen?
She doesn't make that clear, but she's acting like if she doesn't, then someone's going to get hurt. Yeah, look, I didn't write these. These are just things that were sent to me. Do you know the meaning of the word attention seeking, or of this, self-worth? Tell me your definition of both of them and tell me how you intend to do it. Self-worth, how much you value yourself. Attention seeking, looking for the attention of others by acting out. There is bleach, paint stripper and oven cleaner in this house. I'm planning to pour a bit of all 3 into one glass and then drink it. You know, your self-worth affects how much you attention seek, usually except some cases. You think lowly of yourself, so you find talking about yourself to others and basically calling out to them comforting. What if that doesn't work and you're just seriously ill in hospital? You know how Brittany kept saying like Lauren called her attention seeking for trying to attempt suicide or whatever, even though all of this is fake. Like, she's never done this. This is all bullshit. Like, she kept saying Lauren called me an attention seeker. This is what she's talking about. Lauren, by the way, at this point, much younger than her, much younger than all of us. She was one of the youngest in the group. She's just trying to help this girl. We all were, to be fair. Like, we all fell for this sort of
I'm harming myself, I want to kill myself
act. Brittany continues, then I'll keep trying. I'll cut my throat with a kitchen knife or something. No, you won't kill yourself. If you want more self-worth, there are simple steps you can take. I wish my attempts worked, preferably attempt 3, as that would have been the most painful. Like, do you see how she's like milking it to the point where it's really, really gross. Like, it's really gross and toxic and just not. It's just not the one.
I'm trying to take the help.
See, here it is again. I'm going to be honest with you, Brittany. I believe you are selfish, but I also believe that you need to start communicating more on the forum that could help. Because right now, you just talk about you. Why don't you try asking the other person how they are? That will help you. Here's the advantage of the when they saw you feature. This is not an attack. I just want to know, what about me makes me seem selfish? Alright, I want you to answer that question for a second. What about Brittany makes her seem selfish?
All she does is talk about herself. She does it. All she does talk about herself. She never asks how anyone else is doing, how like this is affecting anybody else apart from her.
Yeah.
It's all about her.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't even think about the people that she wrote about, how they feel.
What about me makes me seem selfish? And then Lauren goes, your want for suicide. Me committing suicide would be doing this world a favour. They wouldn't have to put up with me. Oh, boo-hoo! If I left this world, then no one would have to deal with me again. For fuck's sake. I hate this. I hate this so much, because this is one of the reasons why people don't take things like this seriously. Like, when you talk about mental health, you talk about self-harm, you talk about suicide and suicidal thought and all of that stuff. This is why, because people sit here and they like make it this all cool, fun thing that we can talk about on the internet and pretend. It's fucking gross. It's fucking gross. I blame 13 Reasons Why. I blame I blame every teen fiction. I blame every teen fiction that romanticized mental health. It wouldn't do Mars a favor, let alone Earth. Alright, Lauren. It would. I'm nothing to this world.
What about her family?
At this point, she's in foster care. She's pretending to be in foster care.
Oh my god.
Because remember I told you she like lied about her mom and how her sister were evil? Like at this point, we all believed it because it's plausible. Do you see what I mean? Like it sounds plausible because she's going through all this shit, but it's all a lie. But like, do you see how like I can't let this go? Like I have this on my computer and I just can't delete it. I can't make this shit up.
Yeah, because if you said this without having like the evidence,
yeah.
No one would believe you.
Who would believe me? I know I'm nothing. All I can do is lie, and even then I don't get away with it. And at this point, she cracks, like she completely breaks. Like, and you can see it in the text messages. Like she completely just fucking loses it, right? She just, it's finally hit home. Someone has told her something, and she has lost it. No, you're a liar. You fucking liar. You're a coward. I thought I could forgive you. And I might have if you replied, but you didn't, did you? You know I was trying to help you, yet you still accuse me of calling you selfish for hurtful reasons, which is my definition of lying, along with 8,787% of your other lies.
You want me to reply? Fine, here's my reply. Thanks a fucking lot for going behind my back. You helped rip my goal away from me and basically stop me from turning something I love into a positive thing instead of just an obsession. Thanks a fucking lot for calling me selfish. You said it was supposed to help. Well, that's a real nice way of helping someone, making them feel like crap. Thanks a fucking lot for forcing me off that site. Movellas was the only place I feel safe, yet now I know I'm not safe. There, as I can be stabbed in the back too easily.
Man, I feel sorry for Lauren. She really tried.
Oh, Lauren was an angel, man. She really fucking tried. Now, this one is the conversation she had with ICG, who's another user. She was the one who exposed her, like fully exposed her. ICG says, Chantel isn't a manipulative person. She just cares about her boyfriend. I never said take them down. Just take out any bits that have Henry in. Brittany says, I've known her for years, so I know she's manipulative. If I took out those parts, it would completely change the plot lines, which would take months. I want to get off Movellas as soon as possible, so I'll take them down.
I don't understand her.
No one understands her. She's just so quick to like victimize herself. Because we at this point believed that she was in this terrible situation, we kind of made that an excuse for all of her behavior. Oh, bitch. What the fuck? If you knew she was manipulative, then why were you friends with her?
And
Right,
Oh, credits where credits are due. That was good. Brittany, I hate to do this, but I know that you saw my message. I just worked so hard on this. I'm in the lead for the competition and I tried looking for another idea for an entry, but nothing worked. I may never have another chance to get published again and I don't want to miss my chance. I can't even remember. So like, on Movellas, they had competitions like every month. I won quite a few of those competitions. My headphones that I wear, the white headphones that I wear, those were actually, I won those headphones for an Assassin's Creed fanfiction. I don't even remember if this specific competition, because at this point I was getting less and less involved with the competitions because I realized that they were kind of rigged and there was a lot of favoritism and all of that.
oh my god, Movellas, scandal.
Oh my god. I won like 7 competitions and it's like, this is so like, there's clearly some favoritism going on. So I just stopped entering competitions at some point. So I did not know, first of all, I don't know which competition this was, but also I don't think that many competitions offered like publishing, but yeah, she kept saying this whole thing like,
I don't want to miss my chance, I want to get published, all of that.
And then guess who got published? Me. Movellas, we still haven't gotten our paychecks, so I'm waiting. ICG responds to that by saying, I'm sorry, but wanting to win and spending lots of time on it doesn't change that it's probably violating someone's privacy. See, this is what she said. Like, it's a violation of their privacy. You stole their identities. Like, that's the whole argument. And she's going off on one like,
well, I didn't break any laws.
No, you don't fucking say. You're talking about writing a story on a website. Like, of course you didn't break any fucking laws.
Okay.
It's just a dick move. It's just a dick move. Like, that's all we said. Especially if they've specifically said not to publish it. You'll get another chance. You'll get other chances to be published. I'm certain, as you're such a great writer and you have a week and a bit to think of a new idea and write it. So there's still another chance to enter and get published. If this girl ends up being published someday,
I'm gonna bust this out. I'm gonna fully expose her. She does not deserve to be published.
look how she's so fucking evil. So Brittany responds to her by saying, she didn't want me to publish it because she didn't want me to win. I know what she's like. Plus, what was that Facebook post if this is a violation of privacy? I have tried other ideas, but I could not write about any of them. I physically couldn't get started. I do not have another idea to write about, so this is my only chance. You're a shit writer. Okay, I'm talking directly to you because I know you're watching this, bitch. Like, you are a shit writer if you cannot come up with an idea in a week. From the pretty rude comments she posted about Movellas, I don't really think she cares about the competitions or who wins or not. She cares because you're writing about her and her boyfriend without their permission. Yes, that was definitely an invasion of privacy, and I'm pretty sure some people reported it. I'm not denying it. No matter if it's your only chance or not, I still don't think you should be writing about it. It wasn't meant that way at all. It was that I'm honestly sorry for having to kind of ruin our friendship by doing this. At this point, Matthew decides that he's gonna white knight. He's gonna simp for Brittany. This is her then, like, online boyfriend that she was clearly taking advantage of. He's like a wall of text, by the way, so I hope you're ready. She'll publish whatever she likes when she likes. The issue with Chantel is over, and you are just bringing this up for no reason. Where were you when she suffered all the abuse from Chantel? Certainly not there at the time when she tried to tell her to remove it. Where were you then? No, where were you? Still, it's their privacy. And you don't think her abusing Brittany at the time wasn't stalking? Privacy, they've agreed not to talk to her anymore. And anyway, she'll delete it once the competition. There, it's done. That was the deal. Maybe you should go through and read it. You are bringing this issue up for no reason, just for should not feel you should be writing about it. Oh, really? This makes no cohesive sense. There's so much text.
Okay, great. I've got my crisps out now.
You are bringing up this issue for no reason, just for should not feel you should be writing about it. Oh, really? So when autobiographies are written, would you not say that those who write them and involve them in their real life stories, isn't that an invasion of privacy? Would you be telling them off just for that? Oh, so if they make a story based on their past lives and make a fictional world, do you think that's an invasion of privacy? In fact, what audacity you have to be telling your friend when she needs your support in the competition that there's no commas, that instead you side with the past and keep your mouth quiet. You certainly have the nerve to tell her to unpublish it, that she'll get other chances to be published. And where exactly will she be published? Do tell me. If she wins one of the competitions here, then that's big for her. You can't just go after keeping quiet for a long time and then blurt out your opinion. Seriously? This ... I won't even say it. She will keep it published until the competition is over, and that is that. You cannot tell her to unpublish it, and how can you say that people have reported it? It's a story, not a real life thing. Whatever's happened has happened, and it's been buried in the past. If she decides to make a story about it and publishes an autobiography, you'll still tell her then? In what sick-minded way is this world living in? I'm sorry. She'll keep it published until the end, and that is that. End of story. End of discussion. I want no replies after this. If you wish to do so, talk on my mumbles. And no, you will not tell her to unpublish. Certainly not. End scene.
Why is he acting like she's like fully like Michelle Obama writing an autobiography saying what she likes? This person is not famous. They're writing autobiography. Like what? Michelle Obama can write what she wants in her own autobiography because she's so famous that like it doesn't matter. Whereas It's Brittany. She's not famous. She's gonna have to ask people permission.
At this point, bitch, you do not deserve to be published. Like, after all this, you do not deserve. You are fully cancelled for life. Like, you deserve to be working at a desk 9 to 5 forever. I hope you become an accountant, I swear.
Especially because you thought she was in such a dangerous situation as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, this is what I've said for so long. Like, I attract the weirdest kind of people because I genuinely care. It's a wonder I don't have worse trust issues, you know? This happened on the website, right? The LID incident, which I explained in the last video, where she pretended to be two people that she wasn't. And you'd think that she would never want to bring it up again. But instead, she decided to write a story about it and thought everyone would be okay with it. It's just like such a painful memory that we like welcomed her back. We were like, oh, she's got all these issues that she was faking and we didn't know. She's got all these issues, so we're just gonna let it slide. And instead of her being, you know, a reasonable human being and deciding,
You know what? I'm never gonna bring this up again.
she decides to create a second drama out of all of it.
Does she not get tired?
No. Oh no. I have like a catalogue of everything, every single lie and every single plan that she made to like harm herself. I have like all of the different things that she said that Matthew did to her or allegedly did to her. So I have a summary of all of Brittany's lies. I have a summary. It's a collection of 7 lies. So the first one was that she claimed to have alopecia, but what actually happened was that she tried to dye her hair with actual bleach and it destroyed her hair.
Ooh, no.
Yeah. And then the second lie was that she claimed to be homeless and that she claimed to have like an evil Orthodox mother, which she didn't. She claimed that her sister was like a pregnant bitch, but her sister's actually 8 years old. Chantel never beat her up, never bullied her, never even spoke to her. She actually went into school concerned and asked that the school check up on Brittany. Brittany had a crush on Henry. Brittany has never self-harmed. There are no cuts, no abrasions, no scars on any of her thighs, arms or wrists, and she wears short t-shirts on a regular basis. And the 7th and last thing is that she wrote a letter to Chantel saying that she had done everything because she had Asperger's. She was autistic. At this point, we did not know if that was true or not, but people with Asperger's do not have the impulse to pathologically lie, which is like something that she's done consistently. For anyone who thinks that I'm doing this because I'm toxic, and I'm just like, no. If I was toxic, I would have put out her name. I would have doxed her by now. She like did some really fucked up shit. I think what the next sort of episode will be is me reading through my relationship with her before and after all of this like kind of blew up in my face. I think it will make for a very interesting story. But thank you for joining me, Saf. What are your thoughts?
The whole big boyfriend paragraph really threw me off, and when he was like his autobiography, like she was some like mega celebrity.
Yeah.
And the whole Lauren, man, she really be trying.
Lauren really tried. I miss Lauren. I hope she's doing well. And I hope she comes across this, she can have a little giggle at it. But yeah, that's everything for today. I'm gonna get to editing this and hopefully posting this later today. And I hope that everybody at home enjoyed it. Although I don't know what you would enjoy about this. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'm almost at 2,000. I've got like another 300 subs to go. So get me to 2,000 so we can celebrate. What should we do to celebrate, Saf?
Have like a party live stream.
We could do
and
like
then, have with friends.
Do you want to do like a joint Q&A?
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've had a good time, Saf. And it wasn't...
I had a good time. It was fun.
You did?
I ate my crisps.
Did you actually have a good time though, or were you just like, what is this bitch going on about?
It was just like when you kept finding more folders and then the big boyfriend paragraph. That was my favourite part.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But anyway, I will see you in the next video. Saf, thank you again for joining me, and bye. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be recording a special 5th episode of the Derek Saga. So, anyone who wants to tune in for that, watch out for Friday's upload. I'm gonna record it tomorrow evening, but it'll probably be up on Friday. That's what I'm intending. But yeah, Simon will be back, and we will be having some fun. So, catch you later. Bye.
Bye.